Going to be comparing the Punisher movies to the Green Lantern movies. I've seen the Marvel Netflix Punisher TV show. I don't recall ever watching any of the Punisher movies. I've seen the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds that came out back in the early 2000s, I'm pretty sure. The other movie I'm including here is called Beware of Power that came out, I don't remember when. You also have a Green Lantern movie that came out in 2011. Uh, Actually, yeah, the 2011 Green Lantern movie, that's the one with Ryan Reynolds. So you have two Green Lantern movies that I'm including in this video. Now, when you look at the highest score for each franchise, man, none of these Punisher movies have a high score. I mean, the 2004 film and then this one called Punisher Warzone each have the highest score of only 29%. Now, it's not too much better when you look at Green Lantern, but it's slightly better because the highest score is a 56% for Green Lantern Beware of Power. And then when you look at lowest score for each franchise, it's actually a tie because the 1989 Punisher movie only has a 25%. The 2011 Green Lantern movie also only has a 25%. But when you look at average score, however, Green Lantern has an average of 40, whereas Punisher has an average of 27. So Green Lantern wins this one, though not by that much. Then when you look at gap between lowest and highest score, you got a gap of 31 in the case of Green Lantern and a gap of only 4 in the case of Punisher. Punisher wins here, which actually means that franchises are... No, they're not tied, because one of the rounds actually was a tie, lowest score. Green Lantern won in regards to the highest score and the average. Punisher only won a single one of the rounds. So Green Lantern's going to be winning this debate. And actually, in this case, when it comes to which franchise I prefer, I'm going to say Punisher, actually. For one, because I really enjoy the Marvel Netflix Punisher TV show, but also when I look at the 2011 Green Lantern movie, it's not the worst comic book movie ever made, but it's just a big disappointment because it doesn't have enough action in it. There's not enough Green Lantern stuff actually in there. Ryan Reynolds does a good job of the performance. I don't think he's the problem of the way that Hal Jordan is written. He's just not very likable. He comes off as a really big jerk at the beginning, and also when you get to the end, and this guy who's only been a Green Lantern for just a little bit is able to defeat Paradox, even though the movie tried to make you think that this creature, this being, is a huge existential threat to the Green Lantern Corps, then it's like, oh, okay, he's just defeated. Well, that's pretty anticlimactic. And also, man, the visual effects and CGI, I think, have not aged particularly well at all. So that's something that definitely holds the movie back. And also, I think that aside from Paradox, the other villain here is just not very interesting. So you have a movie that overall just falls flat, is pretty dull, not really all that memorable, so it didn't do very well critically or commercially. And when it comes to these Punisher movies, the impression I get is that if you're someone who likes old school action movies, there's definitely enjoyment you can get out of these ones. And also, it seems like there's moments in there where the movies are so bad they're good. So it feels to me like, yeah, these movies are not fantastic. They're not really all that good, but I mean, for what they're going for, they're not too bad. Or at least it feels to me like there's not as much of a disappointment as the 2011 Green Lantern movie was. So I personally would choose Punisher, but actually, Green Lantern is going to be winning in this debate.